Bangladesh, a nation cradled by the mighty rivers of the Ganges and Brahmaputra, is emerging as a pivotal bridge linking South Asia and Southeast Asia. Its potential to serve as a connector between these vibrant regions is rooted not only in its geography, but also in its expanding economic ambitions, deepening cultural ties, and adept strategic diplomacy. Understanding this transformation requires a journey through the corridors of history, the avenues of trade, and the heartbeats of its people. Nestled between India and Myanmar, Bangladesh occupies a unique geographic position. To the west, it shares an extensive border with India, and to the southeast, it touches Myanmar's frontier, opening a natural gateway to both South and Southeast Asia. This location is more than a matter of cartography. It is a vital link between the Indian subcontinent and the dynamic economies of ASEAN. The country's southern coastline, lapped by the Bay of Bengal, further enhances its maritime potential, positioning Bangladesh as a critical node for both land and sea routes that weave the fabric of Asia's commerce. Efforts to harness this strategic advantage are already underway. Connectivity projects like the Bangladesh-China, India-Myanmar Economic Corridor, known as BCIM, envision a future where roads, railways, and pipelines seamlessly cross borders, carrying goods, energy, and people. The Trans-Asian Railway and Asian Highway Network, sprawling initiatives aiming to physically link the vast expanse of Asia, include Bangladesh as a crucial segment. These infrastructure undertakings are not merely about steel and concrete. They are about unlocking the economic pulse of nearly half the world's population. The India-Bangladesh-Thailand-Myanmar Trilateral Highway, threading its way through northeast India, is another ambitious project that could elevate Bangladesh to the status of a logistics hub. This corridor promises to shrink distances, making the movement of goods faster and more efficient, which is a boon for cross-border commerce. The Bay of Bengal Industrial Growth Belt, or Big B, a collaborative vision between Bangladesh and Japan, seeks to transform the country into a manufacturing and connectivity center, not just for its own people, but for the broader region. Bangladesh's economic integration is gathering momentum. Its bustling ports, especially Chittagong, one of the oldest and busiest in South Asia, and the emerging deep-sea port at Matarbari, are transforming into transshipment hubs. These facilities hold the promise of serving both South Asian neighbors and Southeast Asian partners, reducing cost and transit times for regional trade. As global supply chains seek resilience and diversity, Bangladesh's role as a manufacturing base continues to grow, particularly in the ready-made garments sector, which is already the world's second-largest exporter after China. This manufacturing prowess is not only a source of national pride, but also a bridge for economic exchange between India, ASEAN, and beyond. Trade agreements are further cementing Bangladesh's place at the center of regional commerce. While economic ties with India remain robust, the country is increasingly engaging with ASEAN countries, seeking new markets and investments. Prospects for a future free trade agreement with ASEAN could unlock even greater flows of goods, services, and capital, reinforcing Bangladesh's status as a connector between two of the world's most dynamic regions. Diplomacy is a subtle art, and Bangladesh has demonstrated finesse in maintaining friendly relations with major regional powers. Balancing ties with both India and China, a feat not easily accomplished amid great power rivalry, Bangladesh has built bridges of trust with Southeast Asian nations such as Thailand, Singapore, and Malaysia. These relationships are nurtured in regional forums like BIMSTEC, which spans the Bay of Bengal's littoral states, and SAARC, the main platform for South Asian cooperation. As an active member of the Indian Ocean Rim Association, Bangladesh is at the heart of efforts to integrate the interests of both South and Southeast Asia, advocating for common prosperity and security. Yet, the bonds that tie Bangladesh to its neighbors are not forged by economics and diplomacy alone. Deep-rooted cultural connections enrich its role as a bridge. The country's Islamic heritage resonates with Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei, while its Bengali language and culture foster unique ties with communities across the Bay of Bengal. A vibrant Bangladeshi diaspora in Malaysia, Singapore, and beyond acts as informal ambassadors, strengthening people-to-people links. Tourism is on the rise, with travelers from both regions visiting Bangladesh's lush landscapes and historic sites, while student exchanges and academic partnerships further deepen mutual understanding. Energy is the lifeblood of modern economies, and here too, Bangladesh is poised to play a central role. The country is actively exploring regional power grids and cross-border energy trade. Ambitious plans are underway to import hydropower from Nepal and Bhutan, channeled through India, and potentially to access liquefied natural gas from Southeast Asia. The vision is clear: pipelines and transmission lines crisscrossing Bangladesh, uniting the energy markets of South and Southeast Asia, driving industrial growth and lighting up millions of homes. However, the path to becoming a regional connector is not without obstacles. Border security concerns, particularly the ongoing Rohingya refugee crisis with Myanmar, remain a sensitive issue. Infrastructure gaps and bureaucratic inefficiencies can slow progress on vital projects. The broader geopolitical landscape, especially the rivalry between India and China, introduces uncertainty and complicates the balancing of interests. Navigating these challenges requires policy coherence, strong institutions, and above all, trust-building measures that reassure neighbors of Bangladesh's commitment to inclusive growth. Despite these hurdles, the future appears promising. Bangladesh's economic trajectory is upward, powered by a young workforce, expanding industrial base, and growing investments in infrastructure. Its leaders recognize the unique opportunity before them to transform the country from a peripheral player into a regional linchpin. Strategic partnerships with Japan, China, India, and ASEAN nations are already bearing fruit, while international development agencies are investing in connectivity, energy, and social infrastructure. Bangladesh's journey from the margins to the center of regional integration is a testament to its resilience and vision. The dream is not merely to serve as a transit point for others, but to harness these connections for national development. Improved roads and railways mean faster movement of goods and people. Modern ports open access to global markets. Regional energy cooperation brings affordable power to industries and households. As Bangladesh steps into this role, it draws upon its rich traditions of hospitality, adaptability, and openness to change. It is forging a new identity, not as a land caught between giants, but as a bridge that unites them. In doing so, Bangladesh offers a blueprint for how smaller nations can leverage geography, diplomacy, and economic strategy to punch above their weight in a rapidly changing world. The vision of Bangladesh as the Silk Bridge of Asia is not a distant dream. It is taking shape in every kilometer of new highway, every handshake at a regional summit, and every container loaded at its bustling ports. With continued investment in infrastructure, smart diplomacy, and a focus on human capital, Bangladesh stands ready to connect the promise of South Asia with the dynamism of Southeast Asia. In the years to come, as trade flows increase, energy grids intertwine, and cultures mingle, Bangladesh will not only find prosperity for its own people, but also help weave a more integrated, peaceful, and prosperous Asian neighborhood.